guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another Patreon request and it's from Daphne D, and it's a band called Theory of a Deadman, and the song is called History of Violence. New music. I have not a fucking clue what Theory of a Deadman do. I've never even heard of these guys, so it sounds like, well, I'm saying it might be a person. I don't know, is it a person, is it a band? I don't know. Sound like a band because they're not actually naming somebody, but you know, Theory of a Deadman. Sounds like an interesting title. I wonder what style of music they do. It's from Daphne, so I'm expecting some like Seether type style music, you know, because I get the general feeling with Daphne that a lot of her musical interests run down that lane, if you like, which is cool. Anyway, before we jump into this reaction, if you do actually like my videos, then please consider hitting like and subscribe. It supports me, it supports the channel, and I appreciate it very, very much. So, without further ado, let's test this theory of a dead man. What is the theory of a dead man? Because he's dead. How can he summarise or have a theory? Because he's dead. Ignore me. I'm just talking shit. Let's go.
The city's on fire.
Okay, straight in.
The streets are a riot. Now look at this place. No one is safe. No one is safe from you.
Okay.
So beautiful, she knew it every single day. Got smiled that left and right around the way.
Oh, this is nice.
Makes her feel good, wonder why she stays. So afraid of you. She need a sedative to get her straight. You know she need a cigarette, she got the shades. Put them sunglasses on her out of face. Such a waste on you. Tell me why you ashamed. Just scared to run away. You love them anyway. Surviving just on the pain. The city's on fire. The streets are a riot. Now look at this place. No one is safe. No one is safe from you. Oh, look what you started. It's a history of violence. Now look at your face. No one is safe. No one is safe from you.
Oh, right. Love. Well, first of all, talking musically, love the way it was very understated at the beginning, just a piano bit and a bit of a beat, and then suddenly all the melodies come in with the verse and that, which is very, very cool. I feel like I've heard this sound before, but I can't place this. Never heard of Theory of Deadman, but I've heard this sort of sound before, but I can't place it. Obviously, the history of violence is an abusive relationship portrayed in the video. The fact she's got the shakes and she needs stuff to calm her down, etc. It's pretty much self-explanatory within the video. Plus, he gives her a smack in the van when something's not going his way. Crack. So I mean, and it's a thing that needs addressing, and it's very, very wrong. Shouldn't hit anybody. You should not hit anybody, you know, unless you're a boxer. You know what I mean? But you know, and well, boxer fighting another boxer. I don't mean a boxer hitting somebody in the street. you know what I meant. Anyway, let's go.
Get your face. No one is safe. No one is safe from you. Maybe the way out is a 38. God gave her a sign, not a moment late. They're not just gonna point it at his fucking face.
Oh.
Bang. He's blown her away.
Whoa, okay.
Tell me why you ashamed.
Oh, she's going to go and exact revenge. She's got a gun to protect herself. Is she going to shoot him when he starts abusing her, when he starts hitting on her, when he starts doing whatever it is to mentally torture this woman? That's also a real problem, gun crime and everything, isn't it? I mean, a lot of it can be self-defense when you're getting battered. It is. But I mean, I think if you're going to put your hands on somebody and they can't do anything back to you, then it's desperation, isn't it? You need to find something to do. But I mean, don't hit them in the first place, sort of thing. It's not their fault if you're having a bad day, is it? That's just my opinion.
They're not just gonna point it at his fucking face. Then bang, he's blown her away.
Oh,
Tell me why you ashamed. Just get to run away. You love him anyway. Surviving just on the pain. Tell me where she went wrong. She is sadness in every song. She knows someday that she'll be gone. Until then, please stay strong. The city's on fire. The streets are a riot. Now look at this place. No one
she's drinking to pluck up the courage to go and do this shit. She needs this guy out of her life by taking his, knowing that she'll be safe. She'll go to jail, but she'll be safe.
Look at your face, no one is safe, no one is safe from you. Stealing shock from the blast, sure the neighbors heard it. No one ever crossed a mind that it wasn't worth it. No regrets from what the judge calls a bad decision. Now she's doing 20 years in a women's prison. Yeah, she never
good lyric.
where she feel at home. She never know what it's like not to feel alone. No kiss that will love her unconditional. No cure for a sickness that's medicinal. She flying high in a cell, she can finally breathe. She flying high out of hell, now she finally free. Man, he fed her to the lions, that monster. He promised her diamonds for silence. It's the history of violence.
Oh, I promised her diamonds, then it's a history of violence. Great fucking rhyming lyrics. Obviously, she's doing everything that was talking about going to jail for it, you know, is happening in the video, so that's pretty self-explanatory. But, I mean, the release that she's got, even though she's gone to prison, she knows this guy will never be able to hurt her again because obviously she's blown his head off. And I get why. And I get the ins and outs of why people can actually do this. Because if you're suffering abuse, you hit a breaking point. You become desperate, and things like this can happen, can't they? It's oh man, it's another dark and sinister story. But I mean, there's a bit of a bright side to it, if that makes sense. Because you know she's not going to get hit on again.
Monster, he promised her diamonds for silence. It's the history of violence. The city's on fire. The streets are riots. Now look at this place. No one is safe. No one is safe from you. Oh, look what you started. It's a history of violence. Now look at your face. No one is safe. No one is safe from you.
Oh. I mean, she's not particularly a bad person, is she? This portrayal in this video, she's like sitting with the people in the prison there at dinner time and talking and smiling and being nice with people and like obviously walking through the yard here talking to people. And she's not unapproachable. She's not a bad person. She just got pushed to a point of no return, where she needed this guy out of her life, and like I said, the desperation took over. And whoa, powerful message.
Oh, look what you started. It's a history of violence. Now look at your face. No one is safe. No one is safe from you.
Happier times, clearly. Happier times, clearly there, and obviously reminiscing back to when he was a good guy. When you, like I say, probably the beginning of the relationship before he's shown his true colours. And you know, domestic violence and stuff like that. It's a bad thing. It's like everything else that's bad in the world that needs to be addressed, but it never will be. Let's check out the meaning and see if it's actually personal to the guys in this band. Right, yeah, in the song facts, there's no massively hard meaning to get. I'd pretty much say what I said. It said, history of violence is a narrative about a domestic violence victim. The girl goes to extremes to end her relationship with her abuser, but ends up in jail after shooting him. And that's what it says in the song facts. So obviously, and that's coming from the band themselves. It dawned on me when I was listening to it. It sounds a little bit like Nickelback. I mean, I've heard a few Nickelback songs, and I could, if I closed my eyes and listened to that, I would say, oh, that sounds like Nickelback. It dawned on me towards the end of that song then. So you know, Nickelback are popular, aren't they? But some people slate Nickelback quite a lot. I think the music's alright. Well, what I've listened to anyway. I've not heard every single song by them, but this reminded me of that type of music. Especially in the choruses. Yeah, great request there, Daphne. Thank you so much for showing me another depressing video song. Anyway, if you like my videos, please hit like and subscribe. You can also support me on Patreon or any of the social medias, and the links are in the description. Thanks for watching. I shall see you on the next one.